disqualified for going the wrong way around the track. That will be last position for him. But if that's his worry, that's great for him, because he, think, was doing a decent lap, but he was disqualified for, I wasn't watching him, but we'll see what he can do. I think it was one of the Avatar, I think it was maybe the Aston Martin, so, who did a decent lap time, but got disqualified, maybe for strategy reasons or anything, but he will be starting last with the Mercedes in front. And that's a Red Bull off, and there's a massive crash for the Red Bull of Tropical there. That isn't what he wants for qualifying at all. And that will be a yellow flag in the second sector on the straight, holding everyone's lap times up. And here we are for the last 45 seconds of this qualifying session. The 1 Alfa Romeo of Ellington 69 will start towards the back with no time, but he will start 3 places up thanks to the drivers behind him crushing out. The Mercedes could have P10 or he could have P9 depending on what this AlphaTauri driver does here. You never know what he will do. And it looks like one of the Alfa Romeos has retired. Looks like one of the Alfa Romeos have retired in that first sector. Don't know about the rules of retiring on track there, but if anything, that could hold up every driver behind him for slowing down in that first. And that's one of the AlphaTauris off there in the first sector, in the first 2 corners. Will he be able to get moving before the drivers behind him are able to get by? Let's hope he does, because... And he's just retired, which will cause a yellow flag, which means the driver of the day for qualifying will be Watkins Chaos. He doesn't know it yet, but he will be pole sitter at the end of this qualifying session, followed by Exolando 4 and Thundog, who did an amazing lap at the end there, but I sadly didn't catch that because I was dealing with all the incidences behind. The Mercedes should finish with the only driver still to go is Watkins Chaos and FAA in front. Safety car will be in as well on this lap, so it doesn't help any of the drivers who have to catch up or now have to serve a time penalty, because that will cost them in the long run. But looks like Watkins Chaos has lost places to the 2 Ferraris of X4 Lando and Jordan there, with the biggest loser there being probably the 6th place man. Yeah, 6th place man. The FAA agent has lost 5. Biggest game is Caps, but he's now got, I think, 10-second time penalty for collisions. So we'll be getting underway shortly. And he spun it! And he spun! He has spun it on the restart as well. Not helping him, and I think the Williams has dropped back as well, thanks to him spinning. The FMA site is definitely caught up. And I think maybe a driver caught up as Kappa Cams there. If he didn't want to go into the pit lane, he definitely got caught up. That'll be a 5-second time penalty for Thundog for annoying yellow flags there. Here's your top 3. They have myself, Jordan, and Thundog. One of the streams I was streaming with Monday, a Ferrari spun in the same place on a restart. So, was definitely not the best start one of the Ferraris wanted. From being P1 as well, not one of what he wanted. Will the Ferrari were able to capitalise on that mistake? A lot of drivers have got penalties still to go and pay off at the end of this Grand Prix, and it will be the fastest lap for Thundog there on the medium tyres. And it looks like Thundog is going to make a move going into turn 1 there of my salt on the Alfa Romeo, going on the outside, which will surely turn into the inside, but he has backed off because he was not dead in front there, which hasn't helped him at all trying to make a move there. And it's a yellow flag for the Williams of Watkins Chaos, not one of what he wanted this race, but he's got to think, has he been slow all race, or what's happened from his race pace or qualifying pace here? It looks like Hilo and Yoki are having a good battle for P6 here. Yoki trying to defend, but Kido is trying to overtake here. And it looks like they've had contact going into the second sector. We'll see what's happened to that Mercedes. It's spun round, so the opposite of real life when Mercedes take all the positions, they're last. So it hasn't helped them at all in this race. Going out into the chicane with Fundog here, who has a time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I think it's 5 seconds. He might have had a bit more before, but he will be hopefully trying to get, and it is DRS enabled, but it won't be for this straight because the DRS activation zone is further down the straight. Jordan is keeping the pace up in front, but you got the top 4 trying to overtake here. You got both AlphaTauris, and then you got the Ferrari Academy team with the Alfa Romeo, and you got the Ferrari in front, which hopefully they'll be able to do decent moves. But now I know Caps have got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that's either corner cutting or track limits there, and that orders the DRS straight, but they probably wasn't close enough to overtake there, but they're going to try going through the chicane maybe. We're going to watch on with Leon, my soul. How many times do I have to keep saying that? I keep saying it. But he won't be close enough even in there. But Leon, my soul had a really bad run coming out of there compared to my Fundog. We're going to go, and Fundog has the fastest lap still going on with him. And let's see what he can do in front, and that's Exo for Orlando in the pits there. Not the race that I would have wanted, but everyone's paying around these guys, but these guys have on the medium tyres. They've got their tyres working. Let's see what they can do on these tyres. And it will be, by the end of this, probably they're off myself in front of them. But you've still got both Hasses on the hard tyres here. Definitely working together in the same party here, trying to see what strategy will work best together. Then you got Kilo behind on the medium tyres, with then Yoki, who had a really bad restart on the medium tyres. No, he had a spin. He had a spin with I think one of the Williams as well, but he's gone onto the medium tyres, and therefore so has kept the position, but he has now got the pressure of 2 of the AlphaTauris there. It's not going to help him going down in the straight, because if they're close enough, they might be able to overtake and go alongside with the extra 18 miles an hour down the straight there. So it doesn't help them at all. I can't get chat, so I can't see what you want, but after the race, your top 3, hopefully we'll be able to join, and we'll be able to do them talking about their win and interviews. And I think they've both got around there. The AlphaTauris just allowed each other a bit of room to try and get this win from these guys. And it will be the Williams and the Haas fighting behind. I think the Williams has done the move on the FIA agent. He's hopefully got decent pace to catch up to catching Daniel in. But he still couldn't catch up at all going into the braking zone. And it's a 5-second time penalty for 3-second time penalty for FIA agent. It's probably for the same reason as, I think it was Cap Cams, who had, I think it was for track limits, or it was 3 reportable times, and it's another one for Left My Soul, who spins, who has just spun it and he's just reset to track. That is a warning, man. You can't go back, you can't reset to track in any of these races. It looks like, and Cap has finally gained his first position of the race. Going through that, and Left My Soul is somehow caught back up. Or has he just done a mega dive bomb, or has Fundog messed up badly there? Going up through those turns, or did he overtake during a yellow flag? So he has to give that position back. Because he has lost a lot of time behind. But Mark Ollie has got a decent gap in front of the drivers here. That is the Ferrari of, I think, Ex-Lando. Oh, and that's a broken front wing. He's done it in the same spot Charles Leclerc did it in the 2020 Grand Prix. But I think he is now, I think he might be retiring. No, Fundog has left the game. It is a full-course safety car, which is not the best here. But he should be going so to allow the safety car to get in front before all these cars go by. Which isn't going to help him at all going on the restart, because he's going to have the safety car in front, because you have to wait for the safety car to get back inside the pits before you go. So it ain't going to help him And he's just bolted, I think. He's just done it. I think he's bolted it. I think he's ignored yellow flags. Yeah, he has. I think... Oh, there's another collision, I think, between Yoki. And I think he's had a really bad restart there. Because I think the Ferrari's alongside him there. Going along into turn 1 there. And there's contact, I think. I can't see that one side, so... See what it means after. But yeah, I think the Ferrari there... I think... I couldn't see his dashcam. But yeah, I think his tyres are too old for him there. Which isn't helping at all with any of the strategy. Going there, I think everyone's just going to try and overtake that Captain Daniel, but I think the left my side has overtaken Ollie there. But left my side still has a time penalty there. And that's Captain Daniel off there on the corner, and he can't join back unsafely there. He has to wait for all the drivers to get back, and he can now go. You can now prove to what he needs to do. Going into turn 1 then, we've got a decent camera angle, and I think, yeah, Thundog's coming in. And he has to have a front wing change, so it ain't going to help. And then in the first sector, the Mercedes is off there. It looks like he's had contact as well on his left front, or left right, I don't know which one there. So it was only a quick camera angle. But I should have saved that pack, but that was a DNF there. Which the Williams won't get by for another lap. I think that Williams has been lapped now. I think he's 4 laps behind, so it ain't helping him. And it is a yellow flag in the first sector. Not a safety car somehow, but I'm happy it isn't a safety car because we get pure racing, not to see that red Mercedes. Or I could say the red Ferrari. And the other Haas is now spun around, blocking the track. I think the winning Watkins Chaos has blocked him up there, so isn't helping in his race at all. DRS is unabled. Going down the straight, we got Ollie and Jordan going against each other there. Ooh, he's got the AlphaTauri going on the inside there, nearly touching wheels. I think he might have gone too wide. And I think Kilo has left the session, but I don't think his car has retired either, so his bike's still in. And he has been lapped again, which isn't the best for him. Oh my, and the Mercedes came in late there. We're going to ride on board with probably lay off my salt, who I think might be an AI at the moment, who I have caught him recently to the track, so which is great news for him. You should and you will give the safety cars time to get in the pit lane before all these cars start getting back onto the track. But again, this isn't real life, this is sim racing. This sim racing, anything can happen. And it's green flag there at the circuit of the Barcelona. Watkins had a decent line, but I think Captain Daniel there has had a good restart against X4 Lando. He's had an appalling one there, who has taken the inside, but it will turn back into the inside line for Captain. And I think he has got the pace, but you never know. These two can do it, Lewis Hamilton and Rosberg. They go through, so will the one get extra speed for going wide there? And it will turn back into the inside for X4 Lando, but it will turn into the outside. And the FIA, I think, has had a spin there. Quite bad, I think. He might have had contact with the FIA agent there. No, Captain Daniel, I mean. And I think the Thundog has now called up. I think he's had an appalling start as well. In the AlphaTauri there. Which isn't the best for him either. So, they've now both gonna have to fight for position until one of them takes room. And they give each other the space. Now you got George and I think somebody else and and he has DNF now, so we could have another safety car. Let's hope we don't, because I don't want another safety car. I want just pure racing, but you can't get what you want in life, so it doesn't look like it will be a safety car. because of the chaos which has already happened during this race. I'm happy it isn't another safety car. And there's Mercedes off. There will only be a couple drivers by the end of this Grand Prix. It's us, virtual safety car. Racing will be halted while the cars can be cleaned up on the track line there. At least it isn't a 4-1, but we did have that once in this race. And it cost the other Mercedes, not the one who's retired. Let's hope these drivers can keep it clean now for the last 8 laps, not 7, I was about to say 7. Let's hope he can do a decent drive there. But this is so many safety cars, which sometimes can definitely bring disadvantage to your race. But this is my first virtual safety car I have seen. Well, in this case, it's now green, green, green. But out in front, you still got Georgian and Watkins Chaos and X4 Lando, followed by Captain Daniel and then FAA Agent, with Van Dog behind. And then in 9th, still 2 places, he's got again. Looks like he might be using an AI at the moment. Kilo. And here we are, going into turn 1. Watkins Chaos has now done the move on Jordan here in the braking zone of turn 1. Quite decent move there for the Williams driver there. But he's still got to find time here for this track. Let's see what he can do after this good race. Captain Daniel has now as well done X4 Lando. FA Agent, let's see what he can do and see if he can try and overtake the Ferrari. Or have the Ferrari tyres have just burnt out now. Both the drivers look like they might have lost tyre life quite badly during their stint. Right, miles in front. Will Watkins Chaos get the pole and the dream of victory? First race of the season. Let's see what he can do as well. But only 7 laps to go. You never know who will win in this game. Watkins Chaos gets the fastest lap at 1:17.3, the fastest yet. Trying to race here. You got Captain Daniel still trying to get that third position on track. And the Ferrari has now spun it. The Ferrari has now spun it, so he might be able to even get last place, but that's still 6 laps away, so he doesn't have to worry about that. And then we got X4 Lando, who had a decent race pace here today, but he hasn't came on top. Then you got Fundog, had decent race pace at time, but he still may be able to get 3rd place if he does something else. But today it's all about this man, Watkins Chaos, pole position to a race win. He had some drama bits at the straight at the start when he couldn't get his tyres working, but he has finally done the first win of the season, taking the Drivers' Championship. And it will be Georgian behind him, followed by Captain Daniel, Thunder behind. X4 Lando will be just in front behind. Let's start off with your P3 man, Captain Daniel. How was it out there today?
It was hard. I had a Ferrari all to the race. Spun twice, I think, and managed to come through is amazing. I don't know how I did it.
Yeah, I think
But it was a
some
great
race,
effort for the team because I got help from my teammate.
yeah. You and your teammate were on the same strategy pretty much the whole race there.
Yeah, we tried to
Much
keep as
fun.
close as possible. Jeez.
Yeah.
Most of the time we tried to like alternative strategies quicker, but we just found the easiest way was a one stop.
Here is your winner, Watkins Chaos. If you have a mic, do you have a mic?
I do.
Watkins Chaos.
Yes.
So how was it out there? Have you turned on your mic to link stream?
Yeah.
How was the race for you? Because the spins at the start and that came out, how was that? and then
Well,
skip
at the
P1?
start, it wasn't intentional to spin. I was just trying to hold off Lando in P2, who would be my biggest threat. I was a bit nervous going into the race because I didn't do any race practice at all, so it was a bit, it was a bit scary. So when I spun, I was like, okay, right, I just need to chill out. And I spun again, and then I thought, I'm just going to full send it on my next mediums